Hello everyone and welcome to our very first starting beach. This is Spawn and I have done a little bit of clearing, so some of the trees that I landed on in the very first video are gone now and made room for our holiday Christmas winter build, and it's going to be a gingerbread cabin. Now I wanted to set up just a quick demo of what I am going to be doing for the main portion of this build before we go into the time lapse. And it's based on a log cabin build where here's the logs, and then where the snow is, and this isn't going to be snow, it's going to be terracotta, is where the mortar would be that filled the gaps between the logs in the cabin. So we'll have the different logs that will be set crossways this way and will stick out a little bit, and then you'll have the other logs that stick out this direction, and then you have the mortar that fills in between. And it's a nice spot back in here. It's going to be a sizable cabin to have enough room for things. Now this is actually the spawn part right here. This is where you come back if you die, and you kind of find it with a compass. Like right here, if you kind of go here, everywhere you turn, it points right back to this. So this is where we would spawn. So we'll probably put a back door on this building. So in case something were to happen, in case I were to die, I would have a nice, safe, cozy cabin to spawn next to and be able to collect some supplies. So over here, I made a portal, and this portal goes in the nether and it goes all the way back to home, back to the Adventurers Guild. And I do have a ender chest that we will move into the cabin when we're ready to go. I didn't want it right next to the cabin, but a safe distance just in case something spawns here and decides to come out. It's safe, but this is where all of the magic is going to happen today. As you can see, I've got some pine trees growing, some big mega spruces, and I did a lot of supply collecting. So let me get these out. So besides more spruce, lots of brown terracotta, our concrete powders. Remember, I said this is a gingerbread house, so it's going to have a colorful roof, just like it's going to be like a gingerbread. We are going to have a fireplace, some nice, beautiful colors, stained glass, doors, trap doors, and a little mangrove. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it, but it has a nice red color, very Christmassy. And as you can see, Christmassy log cabin, gingerbread house colors here. Lots of other goodies. I'm probably going to make a garden in here somewhere, so I brought moss. I brought some other goodies to plant. Here's for our chimney. Extra supplies in case I need more brown terracotta. Plenty of bone blocks for bone meal, and some stuff to make a snowy friend or two to wander around here. Oh, it's getting dark. And lastly, more decorative blocks. Don't know where all this stuff is going to go, but I just got a collection of different items that I thought might do good. So we'll take a look and see what items are left after we do the build. But I'm going to get to sleep here, and then we'll start the time lapse, and then I'll bring you back in to help decorate this thing. and welcome back. There was a bit of a glitch with the replay mod and it didn't record as much as I would have liked, so I finished a little more than what you would have seen in the replay, but here it is. Here is our beautiful gingerbread house slash cabin. And I added some snow and I added some other details. So we now have windows with little like window boxes. We have a beautiful chimney, which was in the replay, but of course didn't decide to stay like I wanted it to. In the back, it looks kind of plain right now. I'm thinking about maybe making a shed or something like that back here, because this is where the spawn happens, right there at that torch. But we might put something back here still. And then we have some more window boxes here. And you get a good look at the house with all of the concrete powders of the different kinds of colors, making that frosting look of the gingerbread house. I started filling in some different moss down here. I'm thinking I might expand that out along the shoreline. And then there it is at the front. I brought banners, which are really a simple, like the flower pattern and then just a simple line, and they look like Christmas presents. So I'm really digging the look of those. And then if you come on in here, I started this setup with little bunk beds. I'm going to put one on this side so you'll get to see, and they have different color terracotta on the floor. Because again, this would be like a spawn area. Kind of like if multiple people died in a battle, there would be multiple places for people to come. Nice warm fireplace that's nice and protected. And I'm going to make kind of a kitchen slash living area here. But I wanted to bring you back in so you could see how I did this little cute bunk area. And I've seen people do these all the time online. I played around with it a little bit, so it's cute. It's not fancy. It's not super. You could probably find dozens of bunk beds out there, but it's 3 across, 2 up with bookshelves. And then you kind of have to do a little bit of tinkering to get the bed in place so that it's a floating bunk bed there. And then we need 3 up like this. And then you have to put them underneath like this so that they flip up, but you kind of have to do it in a weird way. So actually, I probably should have put the door in first. I mean, the bed in last here. Let's see. Put the bed in last. So jump, 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 jump like this. So that it's on the edge of this block so that we can put the... I'm going to ignore them for a minute. So you can put the ladders on there. And then we can put another one across like that. Trying to ransack my base. I'm not even finished with it yet. Right there. That's how you put it in there. So there is the base bunk bed. And then we'll put our ladders going up so you can get to the top over there. And let's see. We have a light for the top up there. And I was cooking some bricks so we could make a nice little flower pot. Put a flower pot in front of the window. Let's see, what do we have for flowers? There we go. And then you can put whatever you want down there. I'm actually going to put our ender chest over there. Just like that, so that people can get to it. Now, you can't do it with the way these trap doors are here. You can't actually put anything back there, so just keep that in mind. It would share the same space in that same block, so make sure that whatever you want to put in there, there's nothing going to be there. That's it's just sort of hidden. So then, yeah, so now we have dual bunk beds up here. Okay, they're leaving. All this time, and I haven't had a single trader or anything come on through here, and there they are. So I also did a path that leads over to our portal. What we're going to do here is I'm going to open the door here, and we're going to use a little Christmas magic. Close the door, and then when we open it, voila! Ta-da! Alright, so you'd already seen a little bit of the interior as I had built these bunk beds for whoever happens along this cabin, but we have also added some carpet in here, a little smithing table, seating area around the fireplace, nice and cozy with dark prismarine. We also have a nice kitchen area now, some extra storage for the kitchen, lots of warm, glowy candles, a kitchen table to sit at, and of course I couldn't help but put some greenery in here. I didn't really have room once I got everything else sat in here to do like a Christmas tree, so that will have to be outside, but we have a whole bunch of neat little candles inside and a little bit of snow and that sort of thing, and then a few little odds and ends for people who happen to come by. So a little bit of extra things that I found along the way. So that is the interior. And then if we come outside, I finished the path leading out. So we have the front of it here. We have a path that leads out. Little bit of a stone old seating area there. A cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and a gravel walkway that leads out to our little dock here for our boats. So welcome to the Gingerbread Cabin. And I want to make some color on that and probably use glow squid ink sac, light that up later, but I don't have one on me at the moment. So just a little bit of campfires to make it nice and cozy over here. So then as you're walking up, you can kind of see the cabin from here. And have a nice little welcome sign. And then there's also another sign over here that goes portal to the Adventurers Guild that you can reach from over there. Now I did add another little bit at the back, like I had said to the beginning. And it is just a little covered porch area. I also added a spore blossom, so we have a little bit of green kind of floating through the air, like green Christmas glitter, and then there's some vegetables growing back in here. So plenty of food crops, just inexpensive, cheap, warm fuel for the person who happens to spawn in. So there it is. There is our Christmas gingerbread cabin here at spawn. Nice and cozy for anybody who happens to come in, who happens to get lost, die, respawn without a respawn anchor, that sort of thing. So what do you all think, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me on this pleasant Monday. I do have some more plans for this season, so we will be putting some Christmas trees out front. I will be doing some decoration that way as well. And I'm really digging this cabin. I love decorating little Christmassy cabins for, well, this time of year, using the reds and greens, little touches of other wintry colors down through here as well. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. Hopefully, if you want to reproduce this yourself, this cabin is about a 9 by 11 interior, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes. And just make sure that when you build it, you build the roof first. If you're going to use the concrete powder, because otherwise they will fall through, so you do need to have some kind of block. And I built it with stairs so that it would be all done by the time I was finished doing it. And the other thing is that by building it in a snowy biome, we have a lot of snow that builds up on it by itself. I also put snow blocks up here. Oh, and I completely forgot the thing that I needed to do here, and that is put a couple snow golems around to kind of spread the snow around. So I don't know, I think this is a cold enough biome, so let's get a few of these guys. We're gonna take the pumpkins off. Hello. Well, go ahead, spread the snow. Spread your snow. go. Okay, you can hang out here. If I were to want to... Oh, he really doesn't want to move anywhere. Okay. Alright, there we go. There's a fella who's moving. Oh, they're moving now. Yeah. Cute little buddies. And boop, boop. We will let these snow golems spread their Christmas cheer all over this area and kind of give it its own look. And hopefully they won't cover up stuff too much. We will see. Nope, no, no! What are you doing? What? Are you trying to kill yourself? What? Why are you in the berry bush? Well, have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you all next Monday. I'm gonna have to try to make sure these things aren't killing themselves on berry bushes, but I have a feeling that they all have a death wish, so no promises. See you later.